For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for the first edition of the Chris Richardson Show here in 2023-2024. Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson at the 2023 MEC Men's Basketball Media Day. And Chris, first of all, you're here with all the other coaches getting ready for the season to start. Talk about what it's like to be here and just interact with your 11 colleagues.
Well, it's exciting. There's a healthy rivalry and a healthy competitiveness to each of us, but most of all, I think we're all in it. I won't even say most of all. We're all in it for the right reasons, which is to help people better themselves and do that in an environment that promotes working together. And so we were able to do that this morning in our meeting, got a lot done, and now come out here and talk about our teams. I don't think any of us know a whole lot about our teams yet, but it's always an exciting day when you're getting close to tip-off.
And looking at last season, obviously not the record you guys wanted, but you were very competitive throughout in almost every game you were in. What lessons do you learn from a season like you had last year to continue to grow?
I think the biggest lesson that our team learned last year and the guys that are back, just how critical every day is, every possession, every practice. It all counts, and when you add up a lot of little things, they become big things. And so I'm really proud of our returners and the effort that they've made to promote that same mindset in each of our skill workouts and each of our conditioning sessions, just how important every moment is. Not taking moments off because it's hard to get better when you do that, and especially when you're going up against the Mountain East. So every moment counts. Hopefully we can make a lot more of them count this year.
And looking at that returning group, leading the way, Marcus Johnson, Trey Stouffer, two of the 5 starters from last year. Talk about the returners and kind of how they're going to impact this year's team.
I think with those two guys, you nailed it. The word is leading. They've both been very vocal. They've held each other accountable. They've held their teammates accountable. Most importantly, they've held themselves accountable. And so we've been able to make some strides early in the preseason and through these first few weeks of practice because of their leadership. Player-led is way better than coach-led. And right now our players are doing a great job leading. The challenge for them moving forward is when adversity strikes. Right now everything's great. No minutes have been split up. No moments of adversity have come against, outside competition. Everything's somewhat of a controlled environment. So, our next steps as a team, as a program, and as leaders is what happens when things that you can't control outside your environment in a game situation happen. So how are we going to lead through that?
And in your speech today, you mentioned a couple of transfers who are going to come in and make an impact. A lot of transfers, a lot of freshmen coming in. Talk about the newcomers and kind of who stood out over these first couple weeks.
Yeah, it's hard to realize. We don't have a rotation yet. There's still a lot of competition. We had a scrimmage on Sunday, and I think we played 16, 17 guys in the scrimmage, right? So still a lot of battles going on positionally. Obviously, what some of the returners can do in a game situation because they've been through it. But even a lot of those guys, all of them are in a different role than they were a year ago. Roles expand. The situation calls for different contributions from each guy. And now you've got more competition amongst yourselves and your own team. So excited about our transfers. Kobe Tigney played in our league, had 26 at our place last year, put his team on his back and defeated us. Jerry Saunders is a talented guard that can make shots and defend. Sean Ely's a veteran point guard that, can play on or off the ball, but also can make shots and has great quickness that should be a good asset in the Mountain East. But until we get out there and with our freshmen, you just never know because things go up and down as a freshman. We still got a lot to find out about our team, and that's really exciting.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, you've made some additions to your staff as well. G.A. Jared Chambliss, and then 2 former players coming back in Jarrett Haynes and Jordan Reed. Having that experience on your coaching staff, how does that help you heading into this year?
The biggest thing with a coach, and the people around you is loyalty. And I've been through a lot of ups and downs with each of those guys. And we've had, I think, one thing that I've been blessed with in each of my years at Wheeling is we've had great members of our coaching staff. Going back to when I first got the job, Evan Morrissey, Nate Hindle. Nate Hindle is now one of the top people, one of the top basketball organizations in the country with the Hoop Group. Evan Morrissey is with Hillsdale College. It's a perennial power, in the Midwest region. And Deshaun Butler obviously left us to go work in the NBA and is now back in the high major ranks at West Virginia. Zay Jennings is at a Division I school at Lehigh, and Landon Travis is at North Alabama. So we've had great people around us, as we've gotten this thing built up. And I know that Jordan and Jared are excited to be back with us, and Jared Chambliss is just doing an unbelievable job as well. So 3 guys that you know are going to be loyal, that you can trust, that are great with the players, both on and off the floor, and have all played, and you need people that are a little bit different than you. I didn't play college basketball. I got 3 guys that played college basketball on my staff. Or on our staff, I should say, and so it's fun environment to work in every day because they're going to bring it and challenge you and make you better as a coach, and that makes our team better.
And looking at your early schedule here, you guys are on the road a lot. You're at the West Liberty Classic to start, then you go to Deauville, go to Notre Dame to kick off the MEC tournament or MEC play. Talk about how you guys are going to be able to handle that and kind of get you ready for the rest of the year.
I think it's awesome, and here's why. You can really, really come together as a team on those van rides, on those team meals, those road games where you're all you got, and it's exciting with a young team. There's things that you got to learn about playing on the road, and you got to be better on the road than you are at home sometimes. But the most important thing that can set you up for success over the course of the season is your chemistry, and road trips are a great time to develop chemistry. So, opening weekend, not too far of a trip right up the hill. We're used to that last couple years, and then we got to return our game to Deauville, and then we open up on the road in conference play at Notre Dame. So a lot of time together, a lot of time to continue to get to know each other and hopefully grow together as a team.
And finally, with about 3 weeks to go before your opener against Seton Hill at that West Liberty Classic, talk about some of your goals as you guys grow and get ready for the year.
Yeah, the goal right now is just stack as many good days as you possibly can. Coach Bruni, football, talks about that all the time. Stack good days, stack days, stack good days. And so right now that's the primary goal, and, continue to accept roles and define roles, but also continue to get better at what we're doing. We want to be simplistic on both sides of the ball, try not to get too carried away, but to do that, to play with simplicity, you have to be very disciplined. So continue to develop that discipline every day, get better and better as we go along. And, if you get better every day over the course of several months, that's a lot of growth, and we're excited to see that unfold.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck this year. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, Zach.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.